Hey, we're back. I don't know what happened then. The thing went off. John will have to rejoin now. But I had a Windows update. Just as they're going to go live, Windows update. I tell you what, Microsoft, they're crap. Oh, blinking heck. So how is everybody? Hilly Billy? How is over there? Dan S? Sonia? Sonny? How is everybody? It's been a lovely day, hasn't it? John will be joining back up now. Should be in a minute. Let's tell him to rejoin. Yeah, it's been an absolutely beautiful day. I went to Carmarthen yesterday. Oh God, the traffic. It's horrendous. It was from Cross Sands to Carmarthen, and it's only a couple of miles. It took an hour in the traffic jam. It was absolutely awful. So just waiting for John to come back in now. We were talking up. Here he is. Just getting back in, yeah. There he is. Back.
Do. What happened then, Bach?
It all went blank, and then the Windows update.
9 o'clock exactly, huh?
9 o'clock exactly. Nice of them, isn't it? Oh. So I've cancelled it now. They can shove it up, the update up their backside.
That's the way.
Oh.
Hello, Will Billy. How's things?
Yes. Well, he's cooking it. He's cooking out tomorrow. Hillbilly is.
Oh, lovely. We it's calmed down out there now, Will Billy, is it? We haven't heard nothing anyway on the news over here.
Seems to be okay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But, in Mexico, the cartels are going after the police and they're killing them.
No, are they?
Yeah, finding out where they live in and killing them, but that's in Mexico.
Good God.
They're trying to stop the drugs and all that, don't they? But there's too much money in it, man. So,
seen a documentary on it the other day, who's involved and things like this, and these people are just not even touched,
Yeah.
I think it's incredible.
So, I got a couple of bits of news I've written down. A load of triangle UFOs. You ready for that, John?
Yes.
They've been seen
you go first. You read what you got now, and I could tell you some other things then about UFOs.
Okay. Well, there was 4 triangle UFOs in 4 different parts of the world, all videoed by 4 different people who have no association with each other, and they've all seen it. But also, in 2019, a warship was being harassed by some sort of flying saucer. They watched it circle around the ship very fast and then straight in the ocean.
There is going to be again out tonight on it's after we finish, right? Remember I told you that there's a show on talk radio called Howard Husey Unexplained. Well, he's got a UFO guy on with him tonight. And apparently America won't be long. They reckon this time they really are going to give some kind of disclosure on them. And there's too many going on now. As far as me and you are concerned, I'm going to talk to Phil. As it happened, he's going out this week. But he should be all right next week. I'll be in touch with him, and then I'll be in touch with you. Then hopefully we'll be able to we'll have Phil on then, because he's written a book about them,
Yeah, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be great. But there's certainly some things out there. Because Wales had its own UFO mystery. See, in the 1970s, down in Milford Haven way, down by there. You can read all about it. It's fascinating anyway. It's but they that was centered like on an island, but they were saying that the UFOs were going into the sea.
Yeah, probably the same ones, isn't it? Good evening, Carrie.
Good evening, Carrie Ann. How are you?
Hillbilly's cooking pork wraps, chops, chicken strips, kebabs. Ooh, look at all the crayfish, salmon steaks. Ooh.
Tater salad. Oh, look at him now. See, he's teasing us, he is, but there, see, guy. Because he knows if we wanted to, we can't even come over and see him.
That's it. Oh, sounds lovely, doesn't it? Yeah, we've
So-
only just come back on now. We had a bit of 9 o'clock. I had a Windows update. The computer went all blank, so we had to wait a bit to come back on. Yeah.
We got some sad but quite happy ghost story tonight, and another two as well. So it's all going. That's it. The questions tonight on the scratch cards, they're all about animals.
Oh, there we are.
So
Loads
get
of
the thinking
animals
caps
around.
on with animals.
Loads of animals around, John.
There are there's loads there's loads up in Blaengwynfi.
Not
It's
just
like-
Blaengwynfi. Yeah.
It's like a zoo up there. See?
Well, that's where they start. See, the Neanderthals, they're still up there.
Yeah,
The missing link.
you do. But they were. I watch my kitchen window there now. They're coming past all the time here now, right? And they're not even coming in 2 by 2 anymore.
God, I tell you what, the amount of
Ew.
cyclists that are out today, they're a nightmare.
Oh, and I tell you what, right? Oh, why would you endanger your own? No, for a hobby, right?
Yeah.
Why would you endanger your own life doing a hobby? Because I'm behind these idiots, right? Because all right, but they say, right, you can go two abreast for safety reasons. So when there's cars and everything behind you, why didn't they go in single file, right? But then they don't. Then see, they go 4 abreast.
Hmm.
I was going behind this bike the other day, and I'm not joking. You're right. The outside rider was right on the yellow line, on the white line in the middle of the road.
God, dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dangerous for them, see.
So why on earth, if something, I don't know, if somebody could be on the phone coming here, why would you endanger your own life like that, you know? And then what they do, and they undertake you. You want to turn left, right? And they buy, so you buy traffic lights. You were turning by Aldi, but there, you turning left, by there, right? And as you were going now, the next thing you know, they shooting past you on the left.
Yeah. Nuts, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, they'll be in hospital soon. Pope Francis has said that aliens probably don't look like us.
No, did he say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
He's a clever man.
Right. So, I don't.
So,
What do you mean?
I tell you something now, Guy. Reading in between the lines like I tend to do, he's just admitted there are aliens about.
Yeah. That's it.
He has, isn't he? He's saying aliens don't look like us. So in other words, they do exist. But let me put this phone down a minute because it's doing my head in, but that's right. There we are.
Yeah.
Better. I should be nice and stable now, like you.
There we are.
But yeah, so what he's saying in a roundabout way, they do exist, but they don't look like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I wouldn't have thought they would have looked like us, you know?
Yeah, they're from a different planet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Okay.
hard to comprehend what they would look like, mind, you know?
yeah.
Saying that, mind, I've been up to the Carlton, and I'm sure there's a few aliens up there.
Oh, there's definitely weirdos up there. But
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, there's some not from this planet anyway.
if you want to see some weirdos, go to Bridgend Town Centre. It's rough.
Oh yeah, I know.
Terrible. I can't get over it. Anyway, China has launched a cargo rocket because they've got their own space station. Do you know?
Oh right, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've come out to the International Space Station. Now Russia has come out to there, and Russia and China are building their own.
Oh right, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but the British think they're going to start using it for military purposes.
Oh no, well that's naughty up there, ne?
Very naughty. So they could direct rockets and whatever, can they?
But I reckon, Tegan, I don't know how true this is, right? Like from space. Now apparently they've got these cameras down there like that, right? That they can basically if they so wanted to, they could, because I'm in front of a window there now, right? They could actually have a real good picture of me there from up all the way
Yeah.
out there.
They could read your newspaper.
Do you see?
Mad.
Do you know what? That's so good, right? Because my newspaper's still in the newsagents.
Exactly. Good gosh. Good evening to Lawrence Owen. He's just popped in.
Oh, there we are.
He's on his, I don't know. Do they have bank holiday up there in America? I don't suppose they do they?
But I think they have different ones a bit. Because Scotland even have a few different to us, see?
Do they?
Yeah, they got one or two. I think they don't have. I can't remember which one. My brother will tell you now. But they don't have every single one we have. And I'm not sure, right? Is Burns Night one? I can't remember. He'll tell you now, probably.
David Stretch is in. Good evening.
Hi, there's David. Look. Hiya, David.
He survived his birthday. Well, Lawrence said they had one last week. They had a bank holiday.
Right. Yeah.
So do you have Mother's Day and Father's Day and all that over there as well?
Again, Mother's Day was the other day. They have it in different times of the year.
Yeah.
Everywhere there was everyone was saying Happy Mother's Day like a fortnight ago, and our Mother's Day's been and gone, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, we haven't got a mother, have we?
Well,
How's it going?
No, I was unfortunately gone, but
Yeah.
never
Still
forgotten.
remembered.
Either.
Yeah,
Never
still
forgotten.
remembered. Yeah. Some flowers or whatever on the grave and all that, don't they?
Yeah.
So John's correct. Look, he's correct again.
You are? I'm always correct, see?
Mother's Day was
No.
invented in West Virginia, look.
Now, was that true, Hillbilly?
I don't know. I think it's invented over there in West Virginia.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's all for commercial purposes, isn't it?
It's the newsagent, isn't it? And the florists. They're the
Yeah,
one.
of course it is. You know, somebody would invent something. They tried, see, having Grandparents' Day, right? They tried
Yeah.
that. I remember when Danielle was little, they started that, but it never took off. But again, it was just another day they wanted to create money. And luckily, people saw through it and they didn't carry it on, you know.
Yeah. So when they haven't got a dog,
Unless they still do it, I don't know. But I wouldn't want my girls to do a special day for grandparents. There's no need, man.
What about Dog's Day?
Yes, hot dog day they do it.
And Cat's Day.
Dog.
Funny, isn't it?
God, do you know, honest to God, right? When you're in the card shop, there's actually Merry Christmas to my dog, and then there's Merry Christmas from my dog and cats.
Never.
Honest to God.
The worst thing, though. Right?
You'll be lucky, right? You'll be lucky you might have a card of your dog for Christmas now.
Well,
You
I
might
don't
go
know.
down.
You haven't got no money. But if you have a look at dog food and cat food, it's all shaped, little fish and little bones. The cat and the dog don't know what the hell they are.
That's right, I know.
You know, it's
I know.
stupid. It's all done for the human
But it's
being.
what, again, see, I remember a vet telling me, it's, you know, like, or, you know, like what we like to do, it's to get our conception, sort of, it's what we want to give our dogs and cats, and that's what I'm trying to say, right? It's nothing
Yeah.
what they want. They
No,
don't care. They don't give tuppence what it looks like. As
no,
long as it smells good and tastes good, they'll eat it.
they will. Yeah, the filthy animals.
Well, yes.
Because
Yeah,
dogs.
have you ever seen a dog rolling around in some different scat?
Yeah,
Do you know what that scat is?
no.
It's badgers.
Badgers, is it?
Yeah, honest to God. Everyone, I was one of the loads of people who thought it was foxes.
Yeah,
But that's why, you know, we were inundated with foxes, right? That's why you don't get it very often. Because they do the scat normally not far from their dens do badgers, right? And so there's very rare you see a den by here. But now and again they got to it when they're out and about. And the dog will roll in badger's scat.
good. I didn't know that. They stink afterwards, don't they?
Oh, it's terrible as well. That's really bad, and it don't taste very nice either, guy.
No, and some dogs do eat their own poop.
Yes, certainly they do.
Why do they do that?
It gets rid of the taste. Oh, you know. I'm not sure why they do it, right? But yes, I've seen them do that. But don't do that.
Yeah, filthy, man. Anyway, MGM Studios been bought out by Amazon.
Good golly, they're buying everything, ain't they?
Yeah, so they've been making more films now, crappy films, isn't it? Have we watched Amazon films?
Oh. We've got it because we have it, right, because of the deliveries and that. You know, we don't go out, unfortunately, do this, and we get used to it, which we shouldn't do. We're not going out so much to buy stuff. So we use in Amazon. So we got this Amazon Prime. So we don't use a lot of the films there.
Yeah.
Florence Ian.
So help with the antibodies.
So yeah, so we don't. So we use that, but the films aren't brilliant there. We use a lot of Netflix. It's quite good there. But
a lot of the Amazon films, they were shot in Swansea. The Ford's place for there.
Oh yes,
right. Big, huge television.
That's right.
Filming place, and they've shot a lot of films there for Amazon. Oh, but they're rubbish. Oh God, Amazon films. You know the plot, and you know what's going to happen.
You realise, Gar, that Sonia has been watching a blank screen for the last 20 minutes.
Why is that?
Because she forgot to refresh. You know, when we went off, she should have refreshed YouTube, and she didn't. She'd been looking at the blank screen.
Oh, never mind. She's
she's here now.
Yeah, that's it. See, Ronnie Morgan's in. Look, Amazon films, not too bad. Oh, he likes them.
Oh, there we are. Ronnie, I was just telling Gary now about the different bank holidays Scotland got. Well, what have you got which we haven't got down here? I can't remember. So yes, so it's
Burns Night or something.
I do need to. I haven't got. Before we start. What have I got in here? Nothing. Oh no, I got a key with me. So it's all right. I thought I'd have to go and get a coin, but I got my shed keys.
Oh yeah, man.
We are sorted.
Do you want to ask a question then?
I'll ask a question now, actually.
Yeah.
Because people perhaps they've just come in and that they're all about animals tonight. And the very first one they're quite easy because me and Gary have had a little chat, right? And we know the score with the intellect of people watching. So we've gone for the Janet and John. We've gone with the Janet and John questions, right? Now then, first one to answer again. What is a group of crows called?
First one to answer gets the scratch card. Group of crows. What's a group of crows? Patsy says a murder.
A what?
A murder.
It is, yes, a murder.
Patsy was first, Lawrence Owen was second, Hillbilly was third.
Right then, Patsy is...
And Ronnie Morgan was fourth.
The last time I looked, Patsy was just over there doing the garden. Didn't even know she was in. Right, so pins up with that.
I'm going to make a funny face when you scratch them, John.
Oh no! Stop it now! I could, as you saying it, right? I could feel it. I could feel myself doing it.
You're pulling a jib.
I know.
2 minute bush she was. Oh, good God. Well, any good?
What'd she say?
2 minute bush.
Was she?
Oh,
This isn't doing it, this key. I'm having terrible trouble with it. Either that, right, or they haven't sold these for about 18 months.
you're pulling the jib again.
Good golly. Come on.
You'll be through to the wood now. It'll be a big scrape on the table.
Thank you, love.
To the rescue, like.
That's better, man. No, anyway, after all that, it's not doing that.
Good God.
Yeah, after all that.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, you'll be through the desk now. The next
I
one.
know. The second one,
We can only see your neck now.
oh, aye, because I'm not. I'm getting good at this. See this, this YouTube black, and I fair play. Right. What type of animal is a Komodo dragon?
Oh, I know where they are.
Very big type of this. It is anyway.
Yeah. What type of animal is a Komodo dragon? Lizard, said David Stretch Williams.
He's quite right.
Yeah, lizard, said Lawrence Owen. Yeah, horrible things, aren't they?
Oh, I know. Right then. This is Die Stretcher, that one, did he?
Yeah. Carry on, says a snake.
No, it is a lizard.
Patsy said it's a reptile.
You got to be more specific in that, you see.
Yeah. It's John's birthday the other day, wasn't it? Mr. Stretch. David Stretch Williams.
David, it was David's birthday. He didn't come on last week when it was his birthday. He's probably having a bit of a swig, see?
I think so.
Because I was all nice and ready to give him a happy birthday. David, very unlucky, sir. It's not the winner again, that one, look.
Oh.
No winner there. Should we have the third one, guy?
Yeah, carry on through now, is it?
Yeah, all right, then we go right the way through. Now then, what I'd like to know now, right, is what bird has the longest wingspan? Now, I would have known this one anyway. You know I got the answer in front of me here, but I think I would have known this one anyway.
I think I know what it is. It's a bit, yeah. Carry on, said the eagle. Albatross, said David Stretch.
It is an albatross.
It is an I thought it was a condor, see?
No, it's an albatross. It's
Albatross.
it's a certain kind of albatross, but I would have accepted the albatross. No, yeah, albatross. It's massive, man. Honest to God. Yeah, so that's the answer. Albatross.
Albatross.
Yeah. So another one for David.
Yeah, he's very quick, wasn't he?
He was quick there. Fair play to him. David, you're quick with the answers, right? But unfortunately, you're not very quick. You're not very lucky with the cards. So that's not a winner either. Now then, question 4. Now then, there's a few of you that should get this, right? What is a female donkey called? David Stretch Williams, it's not Love, right?
Yeah.
A female donkey is called...
Jenny.
Who said that?
Patsy Morgan.
It is a Jenny.
Never heard of her.
Yeah, it is, honest to God. Female donkey is called a Jenny.
Good God.
Same as a ferret as well is called a female is called a Jenny, I believe. Wouldn't swear to that, mind. That wasn't the question. Let's have a look at this. No winner there either, I'm afraid.
Oh.
So
Never mind.
We've got the very last one tonight. Oh, now this is one that shocked me, and I didn't have a clue about this, right? This is a reindeer's eyes are gold or brown in the summer.
Yeah.
But what colour do they go in the winter?
Oh, that's an hard one.
Honest to God, mate, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue with this, but obviously, it's a guessing game because the it's a guessing game because of the there's only so many colours that's out there, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Patsy said pink. Carrie Ann said blue. Danielle said black. Hillbilly said red. Ronnie said green. Dan said red. Danielle said blue.
Carrie Ann is correct with blue.
There we are. There we are. Good one, Carrie Ann.
Quite amazing. Well done, Carrie. Right, you got the last ticket. Right, just have a little look at this.
He's all jibbed up.
Hang about now. Hang about, yeah.
I've just taken a photograph of you to new jib.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, nothing again. Good God.
Nah, all five, not even a pound off the these ones today, I'm afraid. All gone. Never mind. All right. Well, one day we'll get them. I'm sure one day. Right,
Well-
so
British spies reckon that Wuhan was the center of the COVID leak. So if you can believe it, I don't know.
what they say?
British spies found out that Wuhan was the center of the COVID leak.
Was.
Yeah, as far as
Yeah,
I can make out.
What they was it the lab or was it the wet market?
The lab. The
The
lab.
lab.
Yeah.
I won't surprise me. At the end of the day, what I've been thinking is they've been doing the wet markets for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So why now, you know? And so, yeah, that won't surprise me at all. But will we ever get any acknowledgement from the Chinese government?
Never.
I don't think so.
And I don't think it's very good over there in China for Muslims, is it? They seem to be taking them in the middle of the night and then putting them into schools, trying to convert them over to Christianity.
It's wrong, man. It's like another genocide is happening, man. And the thing is, people will turn a blind eye to the world's. You can't be doing things against because of people's religion. You just can't, man. You know what I mean? It was tried in the 1940s, and look what happened. You know, you just can't be doing it.
No, it's got to be a tolerance, isn't it? You know, we got to all get on together.
That's all we got to do. You know, but at the end of the day, if I meet you, you know, my religious beliefs, right, and my religious beliefs, but I don't go ramming it down other people's throats.
No,
you know, and
right.
I wouldn't expect the same. You just gotta get on with what you know. You can't force me to believe what you believe in, man.
Exactly. Even if I do. Anyway, Tesla now has started using in-car CCTV to watch the drivers when they go on autopilot, because their cars are so advanced they can switch autopilot on and go like that, can they? You know,
Really?
but they have been. God. My car will do it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
If it's going cruise control, it'll steer by itself.
Good
right?
golly.
Tell you then put your hands back on the steering wheel. Because I'm like,
my car's barely got ashtray.
Still got ashtray.
You know, it's barely got one. That's the mod con in my car. It's got an ashtray.
Thinking, well, they're getting very advanced cars, huh?
Yeah. Do. Thing is that's quite scary. See, you see these smart motorways and that, and you people that drive. I not suppose when you go in, you know, from north to about like 2 miles an hour with reverse parking, that's all right. Because even if you hit something, you're not going to hurt yourself through. But it's getting scary, man. You can drive on the road and just fold your arms.
Yeah, I reckon another 10 years, all the cars will be all automated. We won't have no petrol cars anymore, I think. All be battery.
Do. And when you think about it, right, man has been on this earth for, 10,000 years? And it's only the last 120 years that's come on there. He's on horse and cart 120 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? From, like, 5,000 years ago, horse and cart.
Yeah.
And now, and 120 from 120 years ago up to now, look at it. You can do the cars drive when you just sit there. You don't have to drive it yourself.
Don't need no horses no more.
No, well, you've got to have stake from somewhere, haven't you?
Well, God. Thing is, it is getting ridiculous, isn't it? You know,
yeah.
Automation. The thing is, Big Brother's watching us.
Listen, they've been watching us for a while. I know people.
The smartphone, they're watching you.
Yeah, good. Do you know what, right? I didn't have nothing on my phone the other day. I come here, my phone went beep. I had a look at it, and they said, "How do you like Aldi?" Honest to God, no. And they knew I was in there. I felt like typing. Tell me what they bought. And they tell you what they do now. We know this Alexa thing, right? Is that you talk in a way about you're talking about what you want to buy or something like this now. And the next thing on your computer or on your phone or something like that, you're scrolling through, and then you have these recommendations. What you was talking about earlier.
Exactly. Yeah. Or you'll have something on Facebook about it. An advert will pop up on Facebook on about some shed you were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, here we are.
It's bonkers, man.
It is, but it's I don't know with this technology. I don't know how good it is.
Drones delivered over there, look.
There we are. They were talking about that happening here, but it looks like they're doing it in America. But I'm sure that's again. They when you look up in the sky soon, there'll just be drones everywhere.
Yeah, all taking deliveries.
Yeah.
But then you'll have people in down Sandfields and shooting them down, robbing them.
Yes, certainly.
And
they would. Well, I was going to say again, our old favourite have been playing Bloomby, but they wouldn't know how to get up there. There's no sat nav can get up there.
Well, the altitude is too high enough for them.
Yeah, they wouldn't get up there.
But Turkey now have developed a drone that goes off into the war zone where people are fighting, and they'll pick an area where soldiers are of the opposite side, you know, and he'll shoot down, and 6 feet below, just before it hits the ground, it explodes, and all bullets shoot out everywhere.
Do.
And one of these drones went off by itself the other day and killed one of the soldiers. But nobody told it to do it or nothing. It wasn't programmed. It just took off and went by itself.
Good golly.
Dangerous, isn't it?
I tell you what, that's the thing. See, and I was only talking the other day, you know, like warfare and things, I guess, right? A country now, right? Like again in the 1940s, in the 1970s, we could get we used to have big power cuts, right? Now all a big country gotta do, right, is switch your electricity off, and everything now, every single thing will come down.
Yeah.
You won't be able to have an hospital appointment. You won't be able to go to a shop. You won't be able to do anything because think about it now. Hardly any shops. There's not hardly any shops without these shutters, right?
Mm.
You know, with the door, you won't be able to. All people gotta do is target somebody's electricity, and they've had it. But in the 1970s, when we had these power cuts, all right, they weren't very nice, but that's all it was. It just wasn't very nice.
Yeah,
everything, you know, you could go out and buy stuff.
Mm. There was no TV in there, that's all. But we didn't have mobile phones and nothing. See, in them days,
no, nothing at all. Like that, like they work for a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, if the phone signals go out, you've had it then. See.
Yeah, but without electricity, we're knackered.
Oh, absolutely.
So, the company I've been working for now, they make these what are they? Communication booths. And
all right,
you've got these wind farms in Turkey or whatever, Iran, and they make the booths, and they communicate back and forth automatically, and they can speed up the rotation of the wind farms. You know, the things, or slow them down. Amazing. Through computer.
I didn't know. So the wind doesn't rotate them things, and do they, or what?
The wind rotates them, but they got gearing on them, so they can slow them down. Because if it was too much of a strong wind, they would burn out because they would just keep on going faster and faster. So they got to be controlled.
I've often wondered when it's really windy, the ones up by here on the mountain by me and you, right?
Yeah.
That they don't move at all, and I've often wondered why. You know, because that's what to me, that's what the idea is. The real high winds, let them go, but they don't, do they?
No, because they burn out. It's all controlled.
Oh, right.
So they can deliver a certain amount of power to the grid, you know?
Yeah, I got you.
If we went around too quick, we've seen on YouTube, they just blow up, you know?
I'll have to have a look. I've never seen that.
Yeah, if you have a look on YouTube, you'll see them spin around too quick. Next thing, they catch fire.
Good golly.
So they're all geared down, and it's all computer controlled.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what have you been doing this week, John? Anything happy?
Well, nothing too happy. I got in the well, the last 3 weeks though is 3 funerals. In 3 weeks, 4 funerals are going to.
Good God.
Honestly, it's terrible, guy. And I tell you what, right, there's that which is bad, with there was two old age people, so but then there's 2 of them then in the late 50s dying with cancer terribly,
Oh,
we were having it terrible in Port Talbot with cancer. We do, it's really bad, but yeah, so there we are. But we have had I've had some happy. I've had a good time. We went to the hot tub today, first
yeah.
time. Oh, I tell you what, right? It is lovely. And last night we went out for a meal for the first time this year.
Good gosh.
We went down to Blanco's, and who did I see? He was waiting for a fare outside. Kylos.
Oh, there we are, man.
Yes, I had a little chat to Kyle when I was on my way in there. I wasn't overly impressed, to tell you the truth, with the great night because we haven't been out in it, but wasn't overly impressed with the fare, should we say? But the service again was absolutely brilliant. They just needed somebody to do the right job in the kitchen. They did.
Yeah. Thing is, you got a book now, haven't you? Pre-book everywhere.
Yeah, you got there we are. I booked. Must have been, over a week ago. I booked for last Saturday, and they were fully booked. But I thought, all right, I'll book now then. And she said, "Oh, you lucky? We have got a later spot, right?" Good golly, I thought. But when you go down there, it's because of the space, and there's not that many people there. See?
Yeah.
But but it was all right. Now we going away next week to Cardiff. We have no weekend up in Cardiff. We are, me and Mrs. Morgan.
Oh, nice. Enjoy.
Yes, we lovely now.
So are your friends going as well?
Yes, they'll be coming with us. Mike and Liz are coming with us, so we'll always have a good time, even if like the food's rubbish or whatever. We'll still all have a real good time,
Yeah, it's what do you make of it, isn't it?
Of course it is. Of course it is. You can go up. You can just sit down to back garden and have a blinking good time.
Exactly.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So have you had a good week at all, or?
Well, I went to Carmarthen yesterday, but the traffic was horrendous. The people, caravans, loads of them, all going down towards Tenby. So from here to Carmarthen normally takes me, if I go slow, we have a stop, takes about an hour in Carmarthen. We don't go to rush, but it took me an hour and a half, and it was just in traffic. It was just horrendous. I think, but coming back, then it was clear. Coming back.
Yeah.
No problem at all. But today, then I went to Cardiff Bay, do a bit of shopping. So I went to Hobbycraft to get some paint and brushes and stuff to do some.
Is it a big place, that Hobbycraft there?
It is huge. Yeah, there's one in Swansea, but there's so much traffic there yesterday. I didn't want to go that way, so I went that way. Yeah. But the only thing, the cyclists were a nightmare.
Oh, don't talk about them. I don't know. See what they put themselves at danger, and I don't understand it.
Silly, man, because you got to overtake them when you can, innit? And sometimes it's on a bit of a bend. You shouldn't overtake on a bend, but sometimes you got to get past them. So anyway, the ghost stories tonight. Any good ones, John?
Yes. I tell you what we got here now. We have a quick look. Yeah, we got. We got one story. That's what I was doing. I got to move some stuff to get my stories. I put my phone on top of them, which was a schoolboy error, I believe. Right. Yes, the first one. It's quite a scary one, actually. Yes, that's the first one is the, like we have the scary ones and not so scary ones. The first one is in my opinion, is the very scary one. Then we've got like the sad one, but happy at the same time.
Hmm.
And this one, the next one is we have a quick look at this a minute. Oh, this one's quite a scary one too. So I got two scary ones and one sort of quite nice, touching one. Then
Yeah.
So if
Can
you
you remember a while back when I said a ghost story about the Skerrid Inn?
yes, yes.
Well, now you can book to have a night there, 3-course meal, and you can stay up through the night with the ghosts.
Oh, that would be lovely for you.
I'm thinking of you.
Oh, I bet you are. I bet you are. Yeah.
It's 55 quid.
Like you were thinking about me in the Abbey, down at Margam Abbey, but there. You were nearest the gate there, I can tell to remember.
It's £55, right? But it's a 3-course meal, and you can stay up all night right where the most haunted part is. Now, I thought, as soon as I found out, I thought John would love that. He would love that.
No.
So I put his name down.
Should we try to rephrase that? Is £55 great?
No, sorry.
I would love. What you should have thought is, I would love John to do that, wouldn't you?
Yep, he's gone off.
Have I gone off? Have I?
John, you've gone off. If you can hear us, we can't hear you saying anything.
Can you hear me now?
50p in the meter. Anyway, John has been. I put his name down. Oh, he's gone. Look. So I haven't put his name down really, but just wind him up. But it's the most scariest place in Wales. There used to be like a courtroom there, and they try these people, and if they were found guilty, they hang them straight away. They wouldn't put them in jail or anything. Yeah, you can hear me fine, but John, I don't know what the heck's happened to him. I think his phone must be dying or something. Oh, here he comes, hold on. See if we can get him back.
Is that better? Can you see me?
Nope. Still nothing with you, John.
All right, wait a minute. I'll go back again.
Can't hear you. Yep. That's weird, isn't it? We had nothing but problems tonight. 9 o'clock. I had a Windows update on the computer. 9 o'clock. So I had to switch that off and reboot the computer. Now John is coming back in silent. Oh, I don't know what the hell's happening. It's weird. So you don't know who's trying to hack you or nothing. You know, it's all this world is all hell. It's going worse and worse, I think. Oh, Ronnie can hear him, can he? Oh. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Well, I can't hear him. Can anybody else hear him?
I think, Ronnie can hear me.
I can't hear him.
It says here, right, the host does unmute.
Well, if you can hear him, John, carry on. I can't hear you. But it must be something wrong with me. So if you want to start your ghost stories.
Okay. Right, let me put that there. Okay, now, I think everybody could hear me. Now, this story is called Something in My Kitchen. I was taking a nap with my 2-year-old son when he woke up and he wanted to come out of bed. I called out to my husband to come and get him. And a minute later, he was in the room. And our son refused to go with him and kept clinging to me. So I said, fine, I'll get up. My husband left the room, and our son and I trailed behind him. I saw my husband turned into the kitchen. As I was about to walk past, I saw him sit down on the floor in front of the stove. That's kind of odd. It was dark in the kitchen, but not pitch black. I could still see him from the other lights being on the next to the kitchen. I stood at the doorway in the kitchen and asked what he was doing. He was sitting on the floor and simply looked up at me. And he had the creepiest smile on his face, and his eyes just looked black, even though it was dark in the kitchen. Just something dark and odd about them. My son was behind me, grabbing my legs. So I turned back to look at him, and he was crying. I picked him up and I asked him, was he okay? Then I looked back at the kitchen, and my husband wasn't there anymore. I said, where did you go? His voice came from the living room, and he said, I'm on the couch. I asked him how he got there so fast, and he said, what do you mean? I've been here all the time. I went to the living room, and he was sitting on the couch with his laptop in his lap, like he had been there for a while. Again, I asked him how he left the kitchen so fast. He said he was never in the kitchen. Well, I said, yes, he were. He was sitting on the floor and smiling at me. He started laughing then, and he said, well, why would I be on the floor? Are you sure you weren't dreaming? I'm sure I wasn't. I was awake, and my son saw him too. That was a few months ago, and I never experienced anything like that again. But sometimes I'll still hear noises in the kitchen and feel like I'm being watched, or things will randomly fall off the shelves and counter. I asked my husband if he ever saw anything odd, and he said to me that he did hallucinate once. He said shortly after we moved in, and our son was about 6 months old, he saw him by himself in the kitchen and was about to get him. Then he heard him making noises and realized he was actually in the living room, and he had just imagined him being in the kitchen. Well, for a few months, nothing had happened at all. However, lately, I'm feeling like I'm not alone when I'm in the kitchen, like I'm being watched, and things are falling off the shelves again, like they're being thrown, not simply sliding off due to vibrations. And my husband and I were talking about our son, and he's now 3, he used to say, there's a ghost eating chicken. We found it funny at the time. We used to say, he's eating chicken again. Well, his speech has improved a lot. And then I heard him saying, no, I said the ghost is in the kitchen. I swear it sounded like eating chicken. So I asked him what the ghost looks like. He said he's dark and big like Daddy. I asked if he was nice, and he shook his head. He's mean and he doesn't like me. What is this thing, and why is it in my kitchen? I just don't know what to do. Now that is quite strange. So this one is quite sad, but quite reassuring. It's simply called Nana. Okay, you are one of my many memories of things that I experienced out of the ordinary. When I was 5, my Nana, which is my mother's mother, passed away. We had lived with her and my granddad when my Nana first got health problems. Well, they ran the local cricket club and lived in the bungalow next door to it. My mum looked after my Nan while my dad helped my grandpa run the club. My Nan took a turn for the worse just after Christmas and was in hospital. Until this point, I had been in the habit of visiting my Nan in her bedroom when it was my bedtime. I climbed up on the bed. She'd let me cuddle up and sing silly made-up songs or tell me stories. Even when she had an oxygen mask on, we did this every night. When my Nan went into hospital, I really missed this and asked my mum every day when is Nana coming home. I don't remember exactly how long she'd been gone, but after about a week, my dad was putting me to bed. I was being a bit naughty because it was usually my mum who did this. I couldn't understand why it was him and not my mum tucking me in. I'd been in bed a while and I heard my nan singing in bed. I got up and I walked across the hall to her room. She was sitting up in bed, no oxygen mask on, and smiling. She patted the spot next to her and I climbed up. She sang, she told me stories. We cuddled, and then I fell asleep. I woke in the morning, and my dad was standing in the doorway. He asked what I was doing in Nan's bed, so I told him. Well, Nana came home from the hospital and we sang silly songs and I fell asleep. That's when I realised Nan wasn't in bed, and still no sign of my mum. My dad very gently explained that I must have been dreaming, because my mum had got a call from the hospital the previous afternoon to say my Nan was fading and it was time to say goodbye. She passed away during that night. You see, some strange things happen all the time. This story is called The Box Room. I've lived in my house for 18 years. It's not particularly special. An ex-council house built around the 1930s. I've known from the very first few weeks of moving in there that there are other souls here. The confusing thing is, I'm not sure how many or who they were in life. If I give some examples of incidents, maybe you could give some insight yourselves. We moved here in 2002 when my eldest was about 2 and I was 6 months pregnant with my second son. The house has 3 bedrooms, 2 fairly large ones and 1 box room. My eldest was in the box room for the time being, as we hadn't yet decorated the larger back bedroom. He had been pretty good at going to bed, but for whatever reason, he couldn't settle in that room. He'd cry and bang on the wall with his bottle until we brought him to our bedroom just to get some sleep. This continued for weeks until we got the other bedroom ready for him and moved him in there. He was absolutely fine after that. We turned the now vacant box room into the baby's nursery, and after he was born, he never settled in there. When he was about 9 months old, we decided to get rid of the cot and put him in a toddler bed, the kind with the sides to stop him falling out. We figured that he just might not like sleeping in the cot, and we were willing to try anything for a good night's sleep. Well, a few nights later, he woke me up screaming. I was determined that I wasn't giving in and bringing him into my room, so instead, I got in bed with him. I was laid curled round him with my back to the door, and was just about the brink of dozing off when I heard a tapping on the window. Fairly quiet, but definitely there. I ignored it to begin with, but it happened again, this time significantly louder. I got up, I lifted the blind, and I saw absolutely nothing that could be causing the sound. Got back into bed, settled down, and was almost asleep again when the tapping happened again, much louder this time. I got up, and this time I put the light on. I raised the blind and opened the window. Absolutely nothing to see. I sighed, got back into the bed, and turned my back to the door again. Snuggled into my son, and I started to drift off again. Then 2 very loud bangs on the window made me jump, but I was tired, annoyed, and I'd had enough, so I just said out loud, "Will you bugger off and let me get some sleep? I'm not getting up again." The loud bang on the window happened twice more, but I stayed put. Then, as I was once again on the brink of sleep, I felt the duvet lift slightly from my shoulder. and somebody blew the back of my neck. Well, that was it. I grabbed my son and took him to my own room. I got an idea that night where my son wouldn't settle in the room. Well, a few months after that first encounter in the box room, my younger son, who was now 14 months old, and my elder son, about 2.5 years old. This doesn't really involve the box room this time, but I think it's worth telling because it involves this house and my children. My partner had a job where he worked till 10 p.m. And because of this, my dad would pop in the evenings to help me with the kids' bedtime routine. This particular evening, my dad came to help my elder son, to keep my elder son occupied while I got his little brother bathed and ready for bed. My dad had brought some sweets for my eldest, but he had to save them for tomorrow, as it was almost bedtime and he'd already brushed his teeth. But we fast forward an hour or so, my dad had gone home, elder son was in bed, younger son was asleep on the couch. We figured out the way to get him to sleep was to let him nod off in the couch and carry him to bed. I was having to tidy up, picking up toys and washing up, etc. And I walked from the kitchen to the living room. And just as I entered the room, a photo of my elder son fell from the wall and smashed on the floor. The very moment it hit the floor, I heard a very clear male voice say, "Go and check your boy, now." I didn't even think about it and just ran straight upstairs to my elder son's room. He was on all fours on the bed and he was choking. He had sneaked the sweets Dad had brought him to bed and he was choking on one. I grabbed him, put him over my knee and hit him between the shoulders. The sweet flew out onto the floor and my son drew a huge breath and burst into tears. I told him off but was so relieved he was okay I just hugged him. Something in my home saved my son's life that night. So that's where we are tonight. So very just let us know what you think of him. That's where we are tonight. So very just let us know what you think of him.
Lovely, John. I still can't hear you.
We are tonight. So
You can probably hear me, but I can't hear you.
just let us know what you think of him.
Lovely, John. I still can't hear you.
Right, we want some kind of loop anyway. So if I say so long to everybody,
I'm sorry about the communications, everything problems we've had. But I can see John playing, but I can't hear what the heck he's saying. So it's weird, John, isn't it?
I could be saying lots about Gary that we wouldn't have a clue.
I don't know what the hell he's saying. I'll see you in the week. I can't
Right,
hear you.
Bye, everybody.
See everybody in the week. And please like and subscribe, and we'll be back next week for some more enjoyment, some more fun. So we'll see you then.